Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, it's on week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll get this out to Genty. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Mendoza. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. That's to the left side, pulled in by Bash. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Genty. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Mendoza. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. That's to his running back, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
And He's got his man in stride, complete. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. To throw, here's Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Working out of the gun is Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And here's Mendoza off the play fake. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming out.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
To throw is Mendoza. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Off the play fake, Nix. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, 51 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He'll get back complete to Franklin. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7. Toss to Harvey, running right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Third down and 1. Zone read to give to Harvey. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get this out quickly to the left side. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out looking. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by John A. Barron.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now it's Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Nix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3.
To throw is Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Jeanty with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Now a 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. That is caught. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Nix from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that's going to tie things at 20. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
Mendoza now. A final shot before break. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Captain. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Nix. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, trying to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those Broncos fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Once again, it's Ginty. Now he's into the clear again. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 135 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Back to throw. Mendoza.
He'll try and do this himself.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 8.
It's second and 8.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Here's a diving catch right side. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, second and 10 coming up.
Captain.
Operating from the gun. Nix. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun. Nix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First and 10 at the 20.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Nix looking to throw again. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16.
That's another Broncos. First and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
He'll drop this underneath for Genty.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
There he goes, right side.
Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And running with power here.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Now Mendoza operating from the gun.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First down.
Back to throw. Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix.
Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead in the fourth.
Lutz with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, it's Genty. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, we hit it right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down.
Throwing Nix.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to have us down deep into Vegas territory.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
To throw, here's Nix.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 8 yards out. And the Broncos add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Mendoza throwing to start the drive.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
And here's Mendoza. Off play action. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Channing Tindall.
And they will be set up now as he brings us a